A nice warm hello to all you listening right now. Our hope is that you can join the Chit Chat Cafe and walk away with a nice laugh, a breath of fresh air, an aha moment, a way to pass time, and hopefully a guide to your sticky situation. Whatever the case may be, we want to thank you for sharing your time with us. Now, sit back and enjoy the Chit Chat.
Hey! Okay. Girlfriend is, drum roll please.
I think it's getting there. I think I changed a few words. So if you haven't seen any of our previous episodes, I'm trying to memorize our intro and just do it by memory. And so it's getting there. It's getting there.
You got it, girl. You got it.
Yes.
A little bit more. I mean, we're going to be doing this a little bit more longer, obviously.
Hey, I better get it before episode like 100.
Oh, girl, you're going to have it down. I know you're going to have it down.
Can you imagine?
No, you're going to have it down.
That's terrible. So, yes, I'm getting closer and closer. So, I'm kind of sad today.
I know.
There's only two of us. We're missing one from the trio.
Yes.
Oh, Josie, we love you.
Hearts.
She's not feeling good, and so she's at home. So send her some prayers, some thoughts, some good vibes, because she's missed.
Yes. Oh my gosh, miss. You can tell that we do miss her.
Yeah, her little giggle.
Definitely. She'll be like, what y'all doing? How was y'all's weekend?
What are y'all drinking?
Right. Like, I got you. See, we know. That's good.
Yes.
But she's here with us.
So what are you drinking today, Nubia?
I'm drinking tececito. I've been hearing what Josie's been saying, the el té de Jamaica. Mm-hmm. How do you say that in English?
I think it's not Jamaican. No, it's hibiscus.
Hibiscus. Yes, hibiscus
Jamaican
flower.
Oh my gosh.
So I've been drinking that con un poquito de limón, cold. It's really yummy.
It's yummy.
Yes.
I'm so glad.
Yeah. So what are you drinking, girl?
I am drinking a nitro cold brew
Okay.
with sweet cream.
That's good.
I really needed a little bit something strong
A little
today.
piquetito.
It just to get me through the day. It's towards the end of the school year.
Girl, don't I know it? And I'm not even in school.
And getting, things ready for each of the students. And, our principal sent something that really touched my heart. She gave us a countdown, like, I think it was like 4 more Mondays, meaning that's it. Like, that's all we're
done. Oh, my God.
And at this point, it was beautiful what she wrote. And at this point, it was like, what are the kids going to walk away with? This is the last stretch.
I get it.
And so I was so thankful she shared that with us, because it's made me think, like, okay.
Give you a little bit of a push of encouragement.
Yes, because a lot of things can happen in the summer.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Like they move schools or, move countries or
I think what I think more in that is, I'm sorry that I cut you off. I apologize.
No, it's fine.
Is kiddos that, don't have food or don't eat.
Yeah, because a lot of kids, that's what they do, right? Like, that's their meals.
Yeah.
They're secure, for sure,
gosh, yes.
meals. Yeah.
Eso es lo que más me preocupa. And seeing it now, I think for me now, I hear where you're coming from as far as, again, I'm not a teacher, but I have little munchkins at home. And I think it's harder for me, to get up in the mornings. I'm just such a night owl. And
she's a night owl.
I am. I get woken up from my daughter. She goes at 6:20 at my room. Wake up, Mom. School time. I'm like, okay. Toda así. And
that is so
funny. Up. Even though that I have my alarm, I'm like, Mama, mine's is at 6:30. No, Mom, you gotta get up. Which, you know what? Low key, I thank her. I'm not gonna tell her that, but I thank her that she does that. And the reason why is like, okay, I need that little push to get up in the morning.
Hey, is there been times that you don't set it because she's gonna come wake you up?
Oh no, I have to. Because again, I'm such a night owl, and it takes me a while to get up in the mornings, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yes, she's just like her dad. She wakes up like a scene, like nothing.
That's
I'm like,
so
I want
funny.
that energy, but then I'm like, no.
Well, I definitely have to set the alarm, and I'm the one that wakes up for sure. Because if I don't set it, Danny won't wake up.
Yeah.
She is not a morning person.
Get it?
But
I understand her.
girl, have you or did you growing up watch this show? Okay.
Which one?
Before I tell you the show, I was not allowed to watch it.
Really? Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I was not allowed to watch it.
If I know.
I was not allowed to watch it, but I still watched it a few times, like with my sister.
You were a rebel?
Yeah.
What?
And then you know it was like too crazy, and then we wouldn't watch it. You know.
Okay.
But the Jerry Springer show.
Jerry, and everybody gets so
and
excited.
everyone was so intense.
Girl, I feel like that energy in that. Oh my! It just goes wild for just doing that. I mean, by you saying Jerry, I'm like, okay, my hands goes up.
And he was like so calm.
Oh yeah.
Like he was never like, yeah. Let me hear it.
Oh no.
Like
so
he was
chill.
just like, you know.
Yeah.
I could still hear his laugh. Ha ha ha. Welcome to my show. So in this next show, you know,
you are not the father.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What? And all the girls, right?
Yeah.
The girls would be surprised, and even the guys would be surprised.
It's a very scandalous show for sure.
Well, I always ask myself, like, were they paid to be like silly, or do you think like all the people on the show were like real?
Actors to real-time persons, I don't know. I feel like it's 50-50 because some of the times I felt like it was acting.
Yeah.
Because it was, I think, the drama or the anticipation, you know, it sells on TV. And who does not like that? I mean, not that I watched it when I was little because I was like you, I couldn't.
Yeah.
But because, you know, like words were said or just like the crazy subjects that they talked about.
Yeah.
But I mean, I knew about it growing teenage years. Yeah.
Well, you would see the commercials back in the day, you know.
That too.
So I'm bringing him up because guess what?
What?
He passed away today.
No way.
At 79.
He had a good life though.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I'm pretty sure like a lot of people. You know, it's like a staple for a lot of people. Like, you know, like, oh, I remember that show.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like I saw him growing up. Like, if I ever need memories, I would assume that's
for
something
sure.
That
I would think that people are going to remember him. Even if it's just for like a laugh or, you know, if people really.
Just that dramatic.
Yeah. Like.
Chaos.
For real. So, I mean, it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
And then his like little bouncer, I forgot his name.
Oh, that he also got his own show after.
Yeah, he got his own show after.
That is so crazy.
But yeah, he passed away today.
I did not know that.
R.I.P. Jerry Springer.
Right?
R.I.P.
This is what I'm going to remember
I
for
know.
sure.
Jerry.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to remember.
So, you know, hugs to his family.
Yes.
Our condolences. I think loss is just so hard. Like,
definitely.
You know, and so I just had to bring that up because I saw it and like it kind of like got to me. Like, I'm not even related to him or anything, but I was like, oh.
I think it's because we grew up seeing him.
Yeah,
you know,
it was like, oh, he passed away. You know, So yeah, so I thought I shared
condolences.
That. You know, it's crazy because, like, if you think about like the show, there was a lot of drama involved.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I think drama can be confused a lot in days with more serious stuff.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes hand in hand with other things too.
Yeah.
But then it goes back to what we like to watch. And I'm putting myself in that too because the whole drama and the chaos, like, that builds, you know, for, I guess, good show. I don't know.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, there's some drama that's acceptable.
Agreed.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Especially if it's for entertainment.
Correct.
But then there's the drama that affects people.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Like, what you mean, like pushing buttons and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you know,
Okay.
and you cause it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's so
It's
rude.
bad. It's so bad, but it's like lo que se mira ahorita in TV. Why are we so drawn to stuff like that when we know it's like not okay? To a certain degree, right?
Yeah.
Not saying that they push buttons or anything like that, but
I don't know. I think it's not nice for sure. You
Of
know,
course.
like if you know something is bothering someone, why even
push buttons.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, it's not nice. Like,
No.
why would you want to do that?
No.
And I think what gets under my skin is that drama sometimes gets confused with bullying.
Okay. I see that.
I cannot
Why
stand
you
that.
say that? No, I have to agree. No, it's of course not. Nobody would want to be in a situation like that, to even feel be either done for to you, or you see that happening to somebody else.
Yeah.
Dang, I liked how you put it though, because it's true. It's like can I use like the silver lining of both, or like not silver lining, but like it's like the middle.
I guess it's definitely a gray area.
Thank you. Okay, that's
Like,
much more perfect. A gray area. Yeah.
So many people confuse it, and it's such a gray area for like drama and bullying, and I just don't like it. I think for me, I think there's a very drawn out line.
Yeah.
Between both.
Oh yeah. But do you feel like people can see the difference in both?
I don't know, because this is probably the sad thing. Why? Because maybe they both happen too frequently in people's lives.
Dang, yeah.
And so it's hard to tell. For some people, it's hard to tell, oh, that's just drama, or, oh, that's bullying.
And do something about it. No, hombre. That makes me think as far as, okay, have you ever been bullied, Mo?
Yeah. I have.
No way.
I have. Even as an adult. It's crazy.
We're gonna have to talk about that sticky situation right now, girl.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah. So is that today's topic?
That's the sticky situation, and I love like how you put Jerry in. I mean, condolences to Jerry, but the drama effect to like the bullying.
Yeah.
Of you can't. They're like so close to it.
They are.
So that's where my question comes in. I mean, I love it.
Well,
thank you so much for that.
Courage is fire, and bullying is smoke.
Who?
Benjamin said that.
Ooh.
And it's hard because it's easy to say be brave when you've never walked through it.
Dang.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think growing up, I was bullied quite a bit, actually.
Do you feel this because, I mean, you're the baby of the family.
Yeah.
Right? Do you feel like you didn't know much of the world or the tales of people because you being the baby of the family, that you were being protective in a sense?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I also was raised very conservative.
Yeah.
Like, super conservative.
Okay.
Like, and I'm going to be transparent, right?
Thank you, please.
But I couldn't, get my eyebrows done.
Yeah.
Which now, like, thick is a new thing.
Yes. Oh, and I love thick eyebrows.
And so there was a lot of things that I couldn't do, like get my eyebrows done or shave my legs until like I was a freshman in high school.
What?
Yes. So can you imagine, like, I'm fair skinned, and my hair is like super dark. And so it was the summer and I always chose to wear sweatpants because, like, for PE class, like, I hate that. you know, like they would make you like change,
Yes.
and I'm like, ugh.
I can't.
Like
don't make me do this.
elementary school, it didn't matter.
No. You were
But
what
then
you were. Even
once-
elementary and middle school. I think
Right. Once I started middle school, it was like
gotta change.
everyone has to change, and so
That was scary in itself, but yeah, oh my
I
gosh.
remember hating it. Like, what am I gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
And I understood what my mom, you know, what my dad wanted me to experience. You know, they always would tell me like, there's a stage for everything in your life.
True.
And, you know, you tell that to a middle schooler and they're like, the stage is right now, you know? So I always wear sweatpants.
Wow.
And so that was one thing that I was being bullied. And
Because
my
you were wearing
eyebrows.
sweatpants
Yeah.
in gym.
And then I think in elementary, it wasn't too bad. I do remember like maybe getting made fun of because I was never allowed to like spend the night at other people's houses. Like that was something that you just didn't do.
Yeah.
And my mom would say, no, why do you want to go spend the night somewhere else? Like, you have a home, you have a room, you have a bed,
Yeah.
you know, and let them come over here.
Yeah.
So, like, the sleepover parties
Didn't happen.
the invites got smaller and smaller till I never got any,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
So that was, like, elementary. Middle school was definitely, you know, my legs and my eyebrows.
Okay.
And then in high school was different.
Okay.
Like my life changed in high school because, you know, finally as a freshman, I was able to shave my legs. Like for, you know, my quinceañera, that was like a huge big deal.
Yeah.
And I got my eyebrows done.
Were you able to wear makeup too or no?
Yes, I was able to wear makeup, but I was never really a makeup person. Like, I don't know if it was because I just never, like, cared for it. I think the only thing that I even now, like, you know, I don't wear makeup, is just mascara.
Yeah.
I do wear, like, tinted sunscreen, but I don't really like it, you know? I don't know.
Wow.
But in high school, it was different. So in high school, it like my freshman year, I remember getting made fun of because I would carry my Bible.
Aww,
Like I would carry, I would carry my Bible, and like, you know, the teacher wasn't there, I would open it and read a few verses until the teacher got there, you know. But then in high school, it started changing. Like, you know, life becomes more real, Nubia.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember?
We start seeing it out, living it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. So, like, people would come to me like, hey, can you pray for me? Or, hey, this is going on. And my friends, they knew, like, they respected me for it.
You didn't hear what I said. I said, oh, they came to you to ask, like, what are you doing? I love that you didn't say that. You got the opposite of the bad backlash.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Because even when we were at lunch, my friends knew that I would pray for my food. So they were like, I don't know if they remember, if my friends from high school are going to be watching this, but some of them, they were like, wait, like, are you going to pray? You know, like,
Monica,
is she going to pray today? You know?
Oh my goodness. Those are friends though.
Yeah.
They didn't try to change you.
Right.
Whatsoever. They let you be who you are.
And so high school was definitely different. Wow. And it's funny because as a freshman, like, I would get invited to parties and stuff, but then they kind of knew, like, word got around, so those invites came, you know, few and in between. After a while, they were like, nope, Monica is not going to do that, so it's okay. Wow. But I'm not saying I was perfect, girl. Like, there were some things that I did that I wish I can go back and change, you know, that I regret, and I had to learn to forgive myself. Wow. Because I think that's the hardest, is forgiving oneself. But I would think, I tried my best to make good decisions.
Of course.
But enough about me, girl.
Okay.
Tell me about you.
No.
Did you get bullied when you were in school? I bet not. I bet you were like all like in all the groups and like friendly. I mean,
yes, I was the friendly girl in school.
And then you could do cool stuff with your hair. I bet.
Well, no. I didn't really do much with my hair, just other than straighten it and let it curly or leave it curly.
Yeah.
But no, I never experienced bullying other than one time in elementary school. And I remember this one, and I didn't do nothing about it, but my sister jumped in. If you guys know me, I was like the pushover. Not the pushover, but like nunca decía my true feelings.
Oh, okay.
Until like my sister's like, you need to stop it, girl. So high school is when I kind of changed to be more vocal, but elementary school, this dude, and I remember his name still. This was in California. It's a long time ago. His name was Gustavo. I have to say it just because I remember it. And
on blast, Gustavo, you're on blast.
He said something to me, and I just looked at him, and I started crying. We were in recess. My sister comes up, and she asks me, shout out to my sister Angie, I love you. She comes to me, she's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, this dude just said something very, very not nice. And I swear to you, she's like, okay, look, just stop crying. I will handle it. She was that girl.
So
she
who
was a bully in our family.
Who was older? You or Angie?
No, it's me. I'm the oldest. Angie.
I mean, I knew that, but our viewers, right? So
yeah,
Angie was watching out for her big sister.
She was. Again, I'm the nice one. Like, I want to make sure everybody is in harmony and nothing going on and blah blah blah. My sister was like, no, you need to start speaking up for yourself. And she talked to him. She's like, you need to stop doing this to my sister. And I remember him saying, no, like, what are you going to do about it? My sister straight up went, Placate. Yeah,
she kicked him.
It's bad. Don't do that, guys. Don't be like my sister.
Hey, but she was
protecting me.
Yeah, she was doing what she felt like she needed to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Bullying is such a hard thing.
Yes.
But if you listeners, viewers, are watching and your kids are going through it, make sure you pay attention.
Yes. On tells, on just the way they change to either, I mean, why I say that is I am one to always ask my girls. And the one that I ask is my oldest, because she was like me growing up. So sweet as can be. She can be very vocal and strong-boned with her siblings, but not with other people, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So I always ask her, I'm like, Mama, I kind of saw this. I always, not always, but I always go to eat lunch with them. And while I was leaving, they were playing in the playground. And she was just sitting by herself in the bench. And the first thing that came to me is like, oh my gosh, is my baby being like, does she not have friends? Does she like, because, I mean, I love our kiddos and I love kiddos, period. But they are just so blunt and rude sometimes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they don't know the difference unless you tell them and explain to them, like, that is not a nice way to talk to somebody, if that makes sense.
Well, and as a parent, our perception of things is going to be like always alarming sometimes,
Yeah.
And so I don't know, like it I guess my advice would be, if you hear something that maybe is affecting your child, don't dismiss it for drama or, oh, it's a part of growing up. Yeah. I hate that. Like, that's why there's bullying, because there's so many people like, oh, it's a part of growing up. They had to defend themselves. Life is going to be hard. Okay. I mean, we understand.
Yeah.
Life is going to be hard.
Yeah.
But instead of saying those things, maybe give them the tools on how to express their feelings.
I think it's very thin line of knowing how to roast people. If I'm okay, when you're talking to somebody, playing around or lo que sea.
Yeah.
But roasting to bullying is completely different.
Yeah.
Roasting as far as like, you know what, I'm not going to let anybody like tell me or kind of like laugh at me at my face, and I cannot defend myself by me roasting you back, if that makes any sense.
Right.
I mean, like, it's different. They're two different things to, I mean, bullying. It's just so bad. It's so bad. Like, it hurts not just the children.
Mm-hmm.
It will hurt, I think, a parent as well, seeing your kids suffer.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a dominating power.
Yes.
And so I would say, see if you agree with this. The first thing maybe is to stay out of it.
Okay.
Like if it's affecting you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe don't put yourself in that situation or in that place where you're by yourself.
Okay.
With this person.
Okay.
Right? That would be
one.
Number one, I would think.
Staying out of it. I think for me would be, on how it says, is saying something first.
Well, that's good, but I think it makes you feel you take power away from the bully when you ignore it.
Oh.
So if you say something, you're feeding it.
Okay.
So you would stay out of it first. You see this person, let's say your child is being bullied. You encourage your child to stay out of it, meaning stay out of its way.
Okay.
Don't get yourself where you're going to be by yourself with this person where,
it can happen.
Again. And then the next thing would be ignore it, because you also take power away from the bully.
Ooh.
If you ignore it. So a bully obviously is someone that's hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to hurt someone they see.
Yeah.
That either they're jealous or about that person, or they see that person like not necessarily weak, but maybe sweet, like you would say, or
pushover. I mean,
yeah.
Sweet, yes, it's a good thing, but the pushover part of it.
Someone that is, they know that it's going to be too gentle, too kind to say anything.
Something.
Yeah. And these are tips.
Yeah.
To make sure that you get the school behind not only your child, but you as a parent.
Okay.
So first of all, you encourage your child to stay out of it. Then you encourage your child to ignore it.
Okay.
But here's the third one. You don't just encourage your child to say something. You encourage your child to report it.
Okay.
And you have to use that word.
Okay.
You have to say, I'm going to report you to the teacher.
Ooh.
Because it's different.
Yeah.
It's different from, I'm going to go tell the teacher, because then all the kids are like, oh, you're such a tattletale, you're such a tattletale. But when the opposite person causing the bullying hears the word report it, it's like, whoa.
Okay.
I mean, that's like a big deal.
I mean, yeah.
It wouldn't it make you feel a type of way if I said, oh, well, I'm going to go tell Omar, right? Versus I'm going to report you to Omar. Like, it even gives you a little power.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to report you.
Yes. Okay. You're reminded me right now of kind of like, so you're giving prevention of something that you looked up of what happened.
Personal experience.
Okay. So,
and this is what we were told to do, because here's the thing. The last thing is to defend yourself.
Ooh. Like
physically defend yourself.
If it were me now, I'd be like, I'll defend myself. So bad.
Hey, and so many parents say that.
Yeah, that would be
that's okay.
Yeah.
So many parents want to jump to defend yourself first, because, I mean, when is it going to stop?
True.
Right?
True.
But in order to give the educators the premises, right, to protect you as well, and to give you power, in other words, or even to give your child the power, the confidence. You build them up with these things, because at the end of the day, Nubia, you're not going to be there.
No, I know.
You know, and you hope that whenever they get off of the car, they remember all these things.
Yeah.
Now, and these tips are to be done in a day. So like,
if that ever happens,
it's not like
days.
Right. It's not like you're gonna say, okay, well, today I ignored it, and then 3 days later, no.
It has to be done right then.
It has to be done right then and there.
Okay.
Like, they need to know, the bully needs to know that you have the power and you say stop.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that. I was checking on my daughter's school, and how they have it is 6 R's of bullying prevention.
Okay.
So rules is like either recognize, report, response, refuse, and replace.
Yeah. And you hope the teachers would know that.
True, but not all the time. But because, I mean, okay, if we're going to be honest right now, I think the classes are so overpopulated.
Yeah.
Unless you are in a private school that is not just getting that many kids, if that the class is not so packed or full.
Yeah.
So I think, one, we're putting too much on the teachers as well, for them not to really catch everything unless our kiddos say something about it and not stay quiet, because some of the times that does happen. And how can we help our children for them to say something? Hey, I'm being bullied.
Well, you don't give the child that word.
Okay.
Because I think it's such a hard word. Because I'm not trying to make excuses, but the bully can be our kids one day.
I know.
You know? And so we kind of have to treat it with a little bit of grace.
Okay.
You know? And it's... I don't know. In my experience, in my years of teaching and being around kids, I haven't met, until recently, I haven't met parents that just don't care. Like, if their kids are being the bully, not being bullied, but the bully, I haven't met parents saying, well, that's how we taught them. Oh. Like, good for you. Like, I haven't met parents that way. So I want to make sure that we're giving tips to be sensitive on both sides.
I like that.
Because can you imagine, like, one day we come home and we're the ones dealing with the kid that's being bullied? Like, or the kid that's causing the bullying?
Yeah.
Like, that has to be hard.
Yeah.
And so I think that transitioning to giving these outlets for your kid to, one, make sure not to set themselves up in the situation.
Okay. To always be vigilant and be like, check, in a sense, before getting...
Exactly.
Okay.
So that would be the stay out of it.
Okay.
The ignore it would be like, you know, if they're taunting you with, like, looks, or making you feel like they're saying secrets about you, or laughing and pointing, just ignore it.
Yeah.
Like, don't give them the power. Don't even look that way. Like, these are things that you can build your kids up with, you know. And trust me, I know it's hard. As a parent, you just want to go and just show up and be like,
the school,
or
I would be like, principal, I need to talk to you. Like, not even say. The reason why I said in the beginning with telling our kiddos, how can we go about that? Because some of the times the kiddos don't want to say something. Either A, because they're scared of the situation being called either a snitch. Okay, I know we've gone some steps here, but what can we do as far as, or if you guys have gone through something like this, to make sure we let our kiddos be like, you know what, don't think of the word snitch. Because, you know, nowadays we tend to give that word too much power.
Yeah. I think this is just my perspective, but being involved.
Ooh, okay.
Being involved, like, the teachers, the administration has to see that you're involved. I think once you're... Okay, so if your kid is being bullied, right, it's table talk to encourage them. you have to report it, and take away from you have to say something, you have to, go tell the teacher, because get away from those words, because then it's like, you're a snitch, you're a tattletale, you're a whiner, all those things. And it's more like you have to report it, because it takes it to the next step. Because it's not like, oh, she looked at me.
No, I get that.
It's like you have to make sure that it's very black and white.
Okay.
Like, there's physical, there's emotional, there's definitely signs of, in other words, of like abuse.
Yeah.
Because there's different types of bullying.
Oh, yes. I mean, you don't say none, you're just looking at you.
The most popular, or not popular, I should say, not
But
that
the
word.
most common one.
But the most common ones are physical, verbal, social, and cyber. Now, because of social media and stuff. But there's so many.
You know that there's a law protecting for, not like bullying, like in schools and stuff like that, but there's a law for cyber bullying.
Yeah, it falls under the David's law. Yeah, and
I'm like, can we have that also for bullying in schools, and to make that a big deal so the kids don't continue on doing that?
Well, he covers both. The David's law covers both, because, and, I tread lightly because it's called David's law because he passed away.
Okay.
Because of bullying. And it's just so sad because he, and I don't know if this is even okay to say on air, but it is on their website. And if your child is being bullied, or you are afraid that maybe it's happening, we are going to put some links on our description so that you can get more information.
And have either safe place to even talking about it,
right?
Or communicate with your children.
Yeah, if you feel like you're going through this as a parent and you want help, or you feel like, where do I even start? Reach out to us.
Yes.
It's a very sensitive topic between just us, the Chit Chat girls. And so he took his life because of bullying. And I just feel for those parents' hearts.
Yeah.
I'm
just going back to, because we're talking about David's law, some of the times, and I'm stressing this point a lot, because as parents, some of the times we don't talk about these conversations as much, unless the kids come and talk to us.
Right.
So I am a parent that I cover all subjects, from the ones that we don't really want to talk about to like this one in particular. And
maybe you, and I applaud you for that, maybe it's easier for you because you have little ones. But I don't know, because mine is barely going to be in middle school. I wish Josie was here so we can ask her, because she definitely has a high schooler. I don't know how open communication is as your kids get older, or how receptive they are.
And even talking about this.
Right.
Well, the reason why también, it says 57% of bullying incidents are left unreported.
Absolutely.
And that can either be from school, or the school community, the school district, to even the kiddos at home.
It's crazy, because most of the times you don't even know it's going on.
Yeah.
Because it's something that you don't want. I think no one wants to be known as, oh, they were bullied.
Yeah.
Right? But it's something that you should equip your children.
Yes.
And I have to say that maybe 5 years to now, bullying has changed. Like, I feel like
it's gotten more worse. I feel.
You feel like it's gotten worse?
I feel, yes.
I feel like, okay, I see what you're saying. Maybe like the actual action of it. I feel like there's more things to be proactive.
Okay.
More outlets where parents can connect, where teachers and educators are being more like,
attentive.
Yeah, and like aware of like, okay,
This is happening.
this is happening.
Okay.
And so I don't know, like, I think it's a gray area if you want it to be gray. I think we have to be honest.
Yes.
We have to be honest because look, if your child is being bullied, he or she doesn't deserve it.
No.
And you as a parent, it is not your fault.
No.
It is not your fault. You stand up, encourage them, build them up,
Yes.
right? Show them
Give them the appropriate tools.
Yes. Show them of ways of how to stay out of it, how to ignore it, how to report it. But then the last one, they can defend themselves.
Girl.
And it's important. It's important because the school's going to be able to back you up. Now, when this happens, the very first thing as a parent, you as a parent, not the kid, right? But you as a parent, you have to reach out to the teachers and let them know, because sometimes the teachers don't know, because here's the thing, bullies are smart.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like, they have, if they just spent that energy somewhere else, right?
On something better.
Yes. But bullies are smart. They're not going to do it in front of teachers.
Or just adults, period. Because they know they're going to.
And so let your teachers know.
Yeah.
Build up your kid.
Yes.
Let your teachers know. And stay on top of it.
Yes.
Stay on top of it.
Yes.
Now, if you have a kid that's the bully, it's okay. Breathe.
Yeah.
And reach out to the teachers and say, you know what, I think my kid's being the bully. I mean,
what can I do? Or
yes,
please.
Be that parent that reaches out, even maybe if the school lets you, to the parents of the other child, because it's so ugly to have the child that is coming home crying, that doesn't want to go to school, that hates it, that is questioning, like, what's wrong with me? No one likes me. I mean, it's a hard thing to do.
I have to give an example because we're going through that with one of my nephews. And my sister's just like me. We were very vocal when it comes to our little cubs. Like, our claws are going to come out. I don't care if a little person is doing something to our kiddos, but I'll make sure we go to the school. So she's going through something right now, and I think what has helped her too, she's in the school district as well, so she's learning the ins and outs. And he just started he's about to end middle school, and next year start high school. But he was being bullied by a little boy that has ADHD. And how the school district put it, well, he has kind of like, if you call it a deficiency, a disability. I'm sorry, not deficiency, a disability. That does not counteract why and how he should be treating other people as far as like being a bully. So what she's doing now is they're sitting down with the parents. My sister made sure that they spoke with the principal to see what they can do to better the situation for both parties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of the times you got to do something like
that. You
have
to.
And it's not the fact of the have to part. It's your child. And if you want your child to be okay and have a smooth ride, like I felt I had throughout my school years, it was really awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I just think that everyone has to be aware.
Yes.
Because the parents of the bully, they might not know.
True.
I mean, who raises a bully? You're going to be a bully.
No.
And you're going to be mean to your kids.
No.
I mean, like no one does that. They obviously learn from our actions. Right? You know that saying, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But in some cases, I feel like our children make their own decisions.
Yes.
You know?
Sometimes not good ones, but yes.
Right. And so both parties have to know, you know? But here's the thing. You can't just say you're against it. Randy said, you can't be against bullying without actually doing something about it. So turning the other cheek is not going to work.
No.
Not in this instance.
No.
So we are going to put some links on our description. Please reach out.
Yes.
If you just need, like, okay, where do I start? Because I feel like there's not enough time.
No,
right?
This is a very long conversation.
Yes.
A good one at that, too.
Yes. Please reach out to us.
Yes.
Shoot us a
message.
A message.
Comment.
Let us know. We want to, see if any way that we can help you out.
Or just give you the resources that maybe she has come along and also.
Yeah. So, just a reminder. Tell your children.
Mm-hmm.
Stay out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore it. Report it.
Mm-hmm.
And defend yourself.
It's not a good way of me doing that, but yes.
No, but sometimes you have to. Mm-hmm. Because it's about an imbalance in power, and the best way to do it is build up your child.
Yes.
Build up your child so that he or she can walk in and feel confident and say,
not today.
I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you for watching this episode.
Yes.
We hope that you enjoyed it. As far as okay, I got some tips if you're going through it.
Or just little tools.
It made me feel a little sad.
It's okay. No, it's a tough subject, but again, at least a little tools that you can have in your back pocket to make sure that you can either, like myself, talk to your 7-year-old, because that's my oldest, and how I kind of tell her to prepare. So
for sure. Well, we thank you so much, and thank you for watching. Make sure you look for our solo chats.
Yes.
Instagram, YouTube. We are there.
Whoop, whoop, and subscribe, guys. And again, please share with us your comments, anything that you have, so we can go ahead and have a conversation with y'all, okay?
All right. What do we say? Hasta la next chit chat.